What's good, YouTube? Today, we're going to be cooking up a mean beat for EST Gee. So if y'all head get the bobbing, how about y'all drop me a little like, a little subscribe? But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this cook-up. Alright, so we starting out with this polysynth from Expand called Slapback. Somewhere in there. But yeah, so this is the sound we started out with. With this melody, it's pretty simple. It's really just a triad. So if we pull it back like this, you can see all I really did was make a triad, and I took that middle note and just dropped it down one semitone to give it that dark sound. So I just pulled this note back a little bit to give it a little bit more bounce. Simple. And then just to give it a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more feeling, we just took those same notes right there after the first one. We just brought these up an octave. It's very easy. All right, boom. So next, we got a piano out of Keyscape, the LA Custom C7 Wash. The great thing about pianos is if you don't have something like Keyscape, a lot of pianos, you know, it's a piano, it's going to sound good regardless. So really, I could have used something as simple as FL keys for this sound. But yeah, what we did with this is we just took the root note of the melody, this A sharp. We dropped it down all the way down here just to add a little texture, right? So then we also just stacked that same root note on top of each other 2 more times, 2 octaves, just to fill it out a little bit more, to feel more of the spectrum, I guess, of the frequencies. So it kind of cuts through the mix a little. All right, boom. So from there, we added this Reese bass. I believe I got it out of Rio's kit. So yeah, this is what that Reese bass sounds like. So yeah, basically what we did there, we followed the root note of the melody again as usual. From there, we basically just played with these half steps here, these like tension notes where we had these two blocks right next to each other. So also what you can do, something called scale highlighting. If you go up here and go to view and go to scale highlighting, you can basically highlight whatever scale key you're in and they'll light it up for you on the grid. But yeah, so we just focus on those areas where the notes are right next to each other. So we just went from the root note up to these 2 tension notes, root note, these 2 tension notes. And we just did that over and over again. This is just the root note again up here, just an octave higher. And we just came down from it all the way through to the end. So that leads right back into this first root note again, man. It's just really simple. Boom. All right, so next we cracked open BBC pause symphony. Oh shit, hold on. All right, so boom, we cracked open BBC pause symphony orchestra. We got the violins 1 preset here, and we set it to tremolo. So basically what that tremolo does is it adds like kind of a little waviness, I guess, like a vibration to kind of how the strings are being played, so that it kind of adds a little bit of a texture to it. It kind of makes it sound a little bit more dark in my opinion. So this is what that sounds like. So you see what I'm saying? It just adds that kind of, I don't know, that wave in the way it's being played, but that gives it that extra little feeling. All right, so we back with the symphony orchestra again. This time we got the strings 1, violin 1 set to the pizzicato setting here. So the pizzicato setting, what that's gonna do is it takes the string from being played like long to short, like that. Makes it more plucky. So we took that and we just made this little repetitive pattern here, just same thing. Root note to the to these little half step notes here, and we're just running that back and forth. So this is what that sound like. Nothing too crazy there. I think that's pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, so I almost forgot to explain this part. So with that first melody that we did, what I did is I actually took that melody, right clicked on the pattern over here, and I clicked render and replace at the very bottom of the box, and that rendered the melody out to this pattern. So essentially what I did with that was I opened up the channel settings here, and in the channel settings I just played with this multiplier or multiplicator knob. I don't know what it's called, but something like that. So it starts out here. I just turned it down to 50%. Basically what that does is it double times like whatever that sound is. So it sped it up to this. So it makes it like, it gives it a little more bounce, you know? With everything else in there is it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I switch between that and the original melody like that, just to, you know what I'm saying, keep the listener interested. All right, so that's our whole melody. I also found this little like I guess it's like loop from Splice. I thought it added kind of a cool texture, so I'll let y'all hear what that sound like. So yeah, I thought that was nice, so I threw that in there as well. But this is what the whole melody sounded like. It's crazy. And then pizzicato strings. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go through these drums real nice and simple with it. So you already know what we're doing with the clap, man, or the snare. You know what I'm saying? 3 and 7, nothing changing there. Now for this snare pattern, we got a little more detailed. So what I did here was I added these snare rolls so that when the melody, the whole beat is kind of transitioning through phases of the beat, it'll just catch the listener's attention, keep them interested. So all right, so next we added the hi-hats and a little rim shot in there as well. So this is what that sounded like. Yeah, they got a good bounce to it. All right, and then next we added all the percussive elements here. So we added a tubular bell. You know what I'm saying? This has been real popular in music lately, I feel like. We also added in this silencer sound effect. Yeah, that's hard. And then we did this this is like a reverse open hat. So It's a nice little detail, and then we have it going into this this open hat here. So if you know me, I like to use these open hats to kind of accent the 808, which we're going to go over next. All right, so this is what the 808 sounds like. Crazy. So yeah, man, we just following the root note of the melody. Real easy. Here on the second half, we throw this high, like we pitch that 808 up an octave here, you know what I'm saying, just to give it a little bit more bounce, because we didn't do it on this side, so they shouldn't really be expecting it there. And we instantly drop right back down to those low notes. And then we come back up high again for this little triple hit here, like, you know, the standard little 808 hit. And then same thing here, man. We go from the root note to these half steps. That's what we're always doing with these dark beats, just playing with these half steps. We end on this C, so that it drops right back down into that root note, that A sharp. So simple stuff there, man. All right, we also have this kick I added to just kind of play over the sub bass that we had, that Reese bass. So this is what that kick sounds like with that. Yeah, that's crazy going into that 808. Ooh, you can already imagine. So yeah. All right, boom. So that's our beat, man. So let's see what that thing's sounding like. Yeah, that's hard. That's very, very hard. All right, man. So if y'all made it this far to the video, I appreciate it so much. Like, you don't even understand, man. Shout out to all the people subscribing. If you're dropping likes, man, I appreciate everybody watching the videos. We're going to keep on coming with these tutorials, man. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all want to see something else, who y'all want to see. If you know what I'm saying, just suggest some content for me. Anything would be greatly appreciated, man. So that's a little beat for EST Gee. I think if he heard that, he might do something dangerous with that thing, man. But you know what I'm saying? We'll be back again with another video soon. Y'all just keep tuning in, man. Drop me a like and a subscribe. We out.